subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello students, welcome to yet another session from Karim's Biology. In today's session, I am going to talk about homologous chromosomes. You know that in the previous class I have told you about what are alleles, and I have also taken a session on how the chromosomes are formed from DNA. So in this session we will be discussing about the meaning of homologous chromosomes. So what is the definition of homologous chromosomes? Look at this. Homologous chromosomes are the set of chromosomes which contain the same genes in the same order along their chromosomal arm. So this definition seems to be a little complicated. Okay, so to understand this definition completely, first of all, let us focus on the key words in this definition. So what are those keywords? Look at the definition once again. Homologous chromosomes are the set of chromosome. They are the set of chromosomes. And what does it mean by a set? Set means when there are two chromosomes are there, or when there are more than two chromosomes are there, then that is said to be a set. So let us consider that here two chromosomes. So homologous chromosomes are set, that means two chromosomes which contain same genes in the same order. So this is another keyword that you need to understand. They contain same gene in the same order. Same genes in a sense that both chromosomes must possess same genes controlling the same character, and both chromosomes should contain any one of the allele or both same alleles or alternate alleles of the same gene controlling the character. I will explain you later about this, and where this should be they present along their chromosomal arm. So this is another new word that you need to understand. What is the meaning of a chromosomal arm? Look at the picture given here. This is the picture of a chromosome, and what did you see in this picture? At the middle of the picture you can see a small constriction at the middle of the chromosome. This small constriction at the middle of the chromosome is called centromere, and the centromere is responsible for holding together two chromatids that are formed during the time of the cell division. What are chromatids? That we will be discussing later, but right now you try to know that centromere is the place which is holding two arms of the chromosome. On either side of the centromere there is a piece of chromosome. So this side of the centromere contains a short segment of chromosome, and other side of the centromere contains another segment of chromosome which is somewhat long, is it not? So that's why they have been named accordingly. This arm of the chromosome is called short arm as it is shorter, and this arm of the chromosome is called long arm. Okay, so what the definition is suggesting? The definition is suggesting that the homologous chromosomes are the set of chromosomes which contain the same genes in the same order along their chromosomal arm. So along the chromosomal arm there should be different genes present. Suppose if there is capital T here, there may be capital R here, there may be capital Y, like that. The other chromosome also, I told you it is a set, the other chromosome also should contain same. We will be discussing about that later. Okay, and I hope that you understand what we have seen in the previous session. We have seen in the previous session that alleles are the two alternating forms of a same gene. Do you remember this? Okay, let us consider this example once again. We are considering the character height of the pea plant. In pea plants there will be two traits present when you consider the height of a plant. These are tall. The pea plant may be taller or the pea plant may be short. When the pea plant is tall, the gene that is responsible is capital T, and when the pea plant is shorter in appearance, that means another version of the same gene which is controlling the height of the plant is present, which is small t. So in this case these two are called alleles because these two alleles over here are two different versions of same gene. So this is about alleles. Now let us find out what is the relation between these alleles and the homologous chromosomes. Okay, and once again you see that I told you that there are two alleles responsible, and these two alleles must be present on two different chromosomes. In the previous session I told you that the place where the alleles are located in a chromosome, that is called locus. Locus is singular and loci is plural. So now let us see where these two different versions of same gene are located. Okay, it was clear that two different versions of same genes are located on two different chromosomes. So in this case the capital T, which is able to give tallness to the plant, is located on this particular place of a chromosome, and small t, which is another version of the same gene, is present on same place in another chromosome. Okay, so now there are two chromosomes here, I can call these two chromosomes as set of chromosomes, because I can consider these two set because capital T and small t, they are present on two different chromosomes, and these two different alleles are governing the same character, which is height of the plant. Okay, now as these two chromosomes contain two different versions of the same genes on same place, I can call them as homologous chromosomes. Okay, so we have considered only two alleles here, but don't think that only two alleles are there. Different other genes may also be present. Say for example, there may be capital R, which is controlling the shape of the seed. Okay, and round seeds, the capital R may be giving round seed to the pea plant, and the same allele may be located, or different allele of the same gene may be located in this on the other chromosome, but in the same place. And another one, for example, capital Y, which is giving yellow colored pod, may be present in this place, and the different version or same version of this allele may be present on the same location of another chromosome. Okay, so there is small p here and there is another small p here. So don't you think that always two different versions of same gene are located on homologous chromosomes. Sometimes different versions of same gene, sometimes same versions of a gene may also be located on two homologous chromosomes. This you need to understand. Okay, and one more thing is, homologous chromosomes are similar and approximately the same length and have same genes in the same loci. Okay, one thing is clear over here, that these two chromosomes which are said to be homologous, they have same length. Look at them, their appearance is similar and they almost have same length, and most importantly they have same genes in the same loci. So this is very important for us. They have same genes. For example, capital T is present here and small t is present in the same place of the other homologous chromosome. There is capital R and small r is present in the same locus, that is in the same place of other homologous chromosome, and two same versions of same gene are also located on same place in two different homologous chromosomes. And this is another one, recessive allele also located on the two different homologous chromosomes but in the same place. So this is about the location of the chromosomes. Now let us see why we have homologous chromosomes. We have homologous chromosomes because they are a set of one maternal and one paternal chromosomes. That means out of a homologous pair of chromosomes, one chromosome you got from your mother, one chromosome you got from your father. Okay, maternal means you got one chromosome from your mother, paternal means one chromosome you got from your father. During the time of fertilization, the gametes may be bringing these two chromosomes together, and ultimately at the end of fertilization, when the zygote is formed, these two chromosomes will be brought together and form a set of homologous pair. Okay, let us take an example. See, once again I am considering the same character. Alleles controlling height of the plant is capital T and small t, and they are located on two different chromosomes which are homologous chromosomes. And how the pea plant got these two homologous chromosomes means the pea plant might have got these two homologous chromosomes, one from the male gamete and another one from the female gamete. Let us consider here that male gametes in the plants are present in the pollen grain and female gamete is present in the ovule. Okay, and consider that one chromosome that consists of one of the allele capital T is present in the anther, that in the male gamete, and other allele of the same gene, that is small t, is present in another chromosome present in the female gamete. And what happens during the fertilization? After fertilization, zygote will be formed, and you know that zygote is the result of the combining of male and female gametes. Okay, and when male and female gametes fuse together, that is when the fertilization happens, what happens? The chromosomes of two male and female gametes, they will be brought into a single zygote. So this is how now the zygote consists of a homologous set of chromosomes, and here capital T it got from the anther, that is from the male gamete, and small t it got from the female gamete, and altogether in its body a pair of chromosomes are there which are homologous chromosomes, and out of the homologous chromosomes, one it got from the male gamete and other it got from the female gamete. So the plant that develops from this seed will be having homologous chromosomes, out of which one it has got from the male gamete, one it has gotten from the female gamete. Okay, now there is a small question for you. Will this plant be tall or short? You know, after the fertilization, zygote is formed. Once the zygote is formed, that develops into embryo, which is in the seed. When you sow the seed, the resulting plant that develops from the seed, will it be having a tall or short stem? That is because here two different versions of the same genes are there. Capital T is there and also small t is there. Capital T is responsible for giving tallness to the stem and small t is responsible for giving shortness to the stem. But as both are present, can you tell me what will be the phenotype of the plant? Will that plant will be a tall plant, or like as it contain the capital T, or will it be a dwarf plant as it contain a small t? Okay, so write the answer in the comment box along with the reason. I hope that you understand the meaning of homologous chromosomes. Thank you very much for watching this video.